If you had to choose between a sport invented by bored millionaires on a yacht and a game that's fun, accessible, and brings people together, you'd probably pick the second one, right? But what if I told you Padel is both at the same time? It's not just a sport, it's a global phenomenon that started with concrete walls and ended up filling arenas around the world. Today, massive amounts of money are flowing into Padel. More courts, more players, more tournaments. Celebrities and influencers are jumping in. Even Mr. Beast hosted a Padel tournament, featuring fans and media personalities like Gianluca Vacchi, the dancing grandpa. Padel suddenly became trendy and very profitable. So let's break down what makes this sport such a phenomenon. It all started in 1969, when Mexican businessman Enrique Corcuera built a strange mini-court, 10 by 20 meters with concrete walls, in his backyard. Why? Because the ball kept flying into the jungle and over to the neighbors. He wasn't trying to invent a new sport, it was just a practical solution. But that's what sparked Padel. Corcuera didn't invent from scratch. He was inspired by platform tennis in the US and deck games on British cruise ships in the 19th century. In the 1920s, Americans played on raised winter courts with heating under the floor to melt snow, a health and safety nightmare. The rackets were short-handled, the courts surrounded by fencing, and the balls soft and rubbery. Meanwhile, British passengers on liners entertained themselves with racket and ball games on deck. Corcuera simply adapted the concept to the Mexican climate. But the real breakthrough came in Spain. One of Corcuera's guests, Prince Alfonso de Hohenlohe, was so impressed that he built courts at his Marbella club. But instead of concrete walls, he used wire fencing. Soon, aristocrats, tennis stars, and even politicians joined in. A new era began. Padel became stylish yet accessible. Argentina caught the wave in 1975 when millionaire Julio Mendietguy brought it home. Over 2 million players, 10,000 courts, and legends like Rossi Alvarez, Clemente Choni, and Castro. By 1991, the International Federation was founded, and Spain officially recognized Padel as a sport. The first World Championships were held in Madrid and Seville in 1992. Then came the World Padel Tour in 2005, a turning point. Today, millions watch, broadcasts run worldwide, and Padel stars are global icons. Modern Padel is very different from what people played in the 70s to 90s. The rules changed. Serves are now underhand, which makes rallies longer and fairer. Players can even run outside the court to continue play, adding speed and strategy. The equipment also evolved. No more heavy wooden rackets. Now it's carbon and fiberglass. Balls aren't just tennis balls anymore. They're designed specifically for Padel. During the pandemic, Padel's popularity surged. People wanted something affordable, active, and social. Padel was the perfect fit. In just 3 years, Europe's Padel courts doubled, from 31,400 in 2022 to nearly 67,000 in 2025. Spain leads with 20 to 22,000 courts. Italy has over 10,000, Argentina up to 7,000. In the US, from just 180 courts in 2022, projections say 30,000 by 2030. This isn't just a sport, it's an expansion. Every fan knows the name Fernando Belasteguin. 200 trophies, 13 years at the top. But now new stars have taken over. Ale Galán, Juan Lebrón, Agustín Tapia, and Arturo Coello. Speed, power, charisma. Padel has turned into a show. Padel became a cult sport. Its magic lies in its simplicity. You don't need months of training just to keep the ball in play. Within 30 minutes, beginners are already having fun. Ball bounced off the wall? No problem. Scoop it up, hit it back, keep going. Missed a serve? You can still save the point off the rebound. It's fast, dynamic, and fun. Running, laughing, sweating, pure adrenaline. The technique comes later. Accessibility is what makes it spread like wildfire. A Padel court is about 1/3 smaller than a tennis court, and that flips the business model upside down. Costs drop dramatically while revenue jumps. In New York, renting a Padel court costs the same as a tennis one. But instead of one tennis court, you can fit 3 Padel courts. Do the math. $100 an hour becomes $300. And honestly, who cares what they're playing if the income triples? Building a paddle court costs $24,000 to $65,000, up to $91,000 in the premium segment. In Europe, $25,000 to $35,000 is often enough. Even with transport and installation, it's cheaper than tennis. One court can bring in about $35,000 a year. A center with 10 courts charging $100 per hour makes up to $3.6 million annually, paying off in just 3 to 4 years. 3 paddle courts instead of 1 tennis. 3 revenue streams instead of 1. Less space, less investment, bigger return. And here's where it gets interesting. When the numbers look this good, stars don't just play paddle for fun. They invest. Some build courts, some fund leagues, some launch entire paddle brands. It's not just a hobby, it's a strategy, a way to stay relevant, grow wealth, and sit at the heart of the next big sports trend. Zinedine Zidane has invested millions into paddle centers in France. £4 million in 2025 alone, funding a project with 13 paddle courts plus football and beach volleyball facilities near Aix-en-Provence. That's already his 4th center after projects in Turin and Toulouse. The media jokes, from the field to the court, Zizou caught the bug and is all in. Zlatan Ibrahimovic said it hooked him from the first shot. He launched Padel Center in Sweden and Italy, though his company posted losses in 2024, nearly 19 million Norwegian kroner. Despite revenue growing to 110 million and assets above 550 million. For Zlatan, it's a long-term bet. He's still expanding, convinced paddle's popularity will bring profit soon. After 20 years in football, I wanted something new. Padel is easy to play. I was hooked immediately. David Beckham, Serena Williams, Rafael Nadal, Lionel Messi, all spotted playing Padel or promoting gear. Football stars Jamie Vardy and Dominic Calvert-Lewin invested in Game4 Padel, the UK's biggest Padel operator, now valued at £25 million after raising £2 million. In the US, Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake are backing a major Miami project with golf, tennis, pickleball, and 10 paddle courts. Rapper Daddy Yankee launched his own paddle team, the Florida Goats. In the Pro Paddle League 2024, Italian football legend Demetrio Albertini explained the appeal. The movements are familiar: quick turns, running backward, working angles. Padel feels like football in a smaller format. NBA star Jimmy Butler said at the 2024 Celebrity Padel Reserve Cup, "Padel complements my basketball skills: endurance, ankle stability, changing pace, and direction." Padel isn't just a sport, it's proof that a great idea can be born from something as simple as not wanting to lose a ball in the bushes. It's a sport that breaks barriers: age, status, skill level. It unites, it grows, and it earns. If you've never tried paddle, now's the time. Gary was right. The channel about personal finance, wealth, and how to level up your life. Hit subscribe so you don't miss videos that don't just inspire you. They help shift your mindset and change your reality.